free fall of a ball. Free fall. First you should know, is it an accelerated motion or not? Free fall of a body. What is meant by free fall, children? What's meant by free fall?
Body moving with acceleration due to gravity.
Body is moving with an acceleration due to gravity. Correct. For example, you can see when I this ball, when I drop this ball, it is falling freely under gravity. Earth is attracting all bodies towards its center. Because of that, the body is moving downwards. And here, is the velocity increasing when it falls downward when I drop the ball? Is the velocity increasing? Increasing? Yes or no? Well,
Yes.
yes, velocity is increasing. When body move upwards, what is happening to velocity? Body moves upwards. Velocity
Decreases.
Decreases. Velocity decreases. Why it decreases? Why it decreases?
Gravitation.
Gravity is acting. Body moves upwards. Gravity is acting
Downwards.
In the opposite direction.
Opposite direction. So velocity decreases and becomes 0. Then it comes down due to gravity. With what is the acceleration produced on the body? What is the value? Acceleration due to gravity. What is it? 9.8 meter per
second.
second square.
Square.
9.8 meter per second square. Okay, that is the acceleration due to gravity. And some problems we take 10 also. So, some cases 9.8 actually near to the surface of the earth, we can take either 9.8 or 10 you can take meter per second square. If it is not mentioned in the question, you can take 10. Manual calculation will be easy, isn't it? When you take 10. Otherwise, if it is given, you take g equal to 9.8. But if it is given, you have to use that. Okay, 9.8. So, when a body moves upwards, velocity decreases. Is it an accelerated motion when body moves upwards? Yes or no?
Yes,
Yes, it is an accelerator because velocity is changing. Whenever there is a change in velocity, whether it is in magnitude or whether it is in direction, if there is any change can be in magnitude or direction. Here, when body moves upwards, velocity magnitude itself is changing. Direction is not changing, body moves upwards. But magnitude of velocity is changing. How will you find that change in velocity in an accelerated motion? We can use v equal to u plus at. That formula we can use. Final velocity can be calculated with that formula. V equal to u plus at. Okay. So, in an accelerated motion, we can use that formula. So, motion of a body under gravity is an accelerated motion. Velocity, when it moves upward, velocity is decreasing. When it falls downwards, velocity is decreasing, but it is uniform. Why we call it as uniform? Uniform acceleration. Each second, the velocity, when it falls downwards, each second, do you know how much velocity change is taking place? Each second? Or a second, how much? 9.8? 9.8 meter per second. In 1 second, see, just I drop. When I drop, what is the initial velocity? Drop, not throwing, just dropping. What is initial velocity? I am not throwing it.
0.
Drop. Yeah, initial velocity is 0. I am not at all exerting a force on it. I am not throwing it, just releasing. Just I left my hand, released it. I am not applying any force on it. I am not throwing it. When I drop the ball, what is the initial velocity?
0.
0. Initial velocity is 0. And you know, gravity is exerting a force on it. So, it is accelerated. When a force is exerted on it, it's accelerated. Whenever there is a force, then only acceleration takes place. So, here gravity is exerting a force on it downwards. So, it is accelerated. Accelerated means velocity is increasing. Here velocity, downward motion, the velocity increases. And is the direction changing, children, when it falls downwards? Is it a straight line motion or is it a motion in a plane? What is it? Body drop down. Is the direction changing?
No, teacher.
No, it is falling downwards. So it is a straight line motion, isn't it? Straight line motion. It is a straight line motion. When body moves upwards or when body moves downwards, it is an accelerated motion and also a straight line motion. That's why we are studying that here. Motion in a straight line. We are studying that. Free fall of a body. Free fall of a body is discussed in motion in a straight line because it is not changing. Its motion is along a straight line. Straight line downwards. When you drop from the roof of a building, it fall downwards. That is downwards itself, not changing direction. Okay, that is a motion under free fall, and it is an accelerated motion, uniformly accelerated motion. Every second its velocity is increasing by 9.8 meter per second. Okay, so now free fall means the body fall freely under gravity, and the only force acting on the body is gravity. And with what value it is falling? Acceleration due to gravity is 9.8 meter per second square. All these things you know. When a body is dropped, what is initial velocity?
0.
Zero.
And after 5 seconds, how will you find the velocity? Final velocity, which formula will you use?
V is equal to U plus 80.
V is equal to U plus 80. You can use that formula. Okay. So all those things we have studied, and we can we have to study some sign convention when we discuss the free fall of a body. Some sign conventions we have to study. Otherwise, we cannot do problems. So I will share some pages, children, to do the problem. So we discussed the free fall of a body, and we have to do problems based on it. Okay, I will share the page. So the equations of motion that we studied. These are the 3 equations of motion we studied. And in the case of motion of a body under gravity, what changes will come in this equation? When a car moves horizontally on a road and all, we can use this formula. But under gravity, we cannot use this acceleration. We have to use which one, children? We have to use what? In the place of A, what we have to use?
Small g.
G, small letter G, acceleration due to gravity, that we have to use. That is the only change. Whether we have to use plus G or minus G, that we can discuss. Okay, sign conventions are there. So same equation we use, but in the place of A, we have to write small g, acceleration due to gravity. And some sign conventions we can discuss now to do problems. In graph also are there. Yes. Let's see. So for doing problems and all, these sign conventions are important, because when a body is thrown upwards, after moving certain distance, it comes downwards. So whether S is positive, negative, G positive, negative, some doubts will be there. So in order to clear that, we can discuss here. This is the ground level. That is the blue line, that is the ground level. And when body is thrown upwards with a velocity u, body move upwards with a velocity u, you take u positive. At that time, acceleration due to gravity is acting downwards, we know. So G you have to take negative. Body fall downwards, G is negative. G is negative, so U we have taken positive. And we know upward distances you can take positive, displacement positive. So body thrown upwards U is positive, S is positive, but G is, children, G is
Negative.
negative. Okay. Next, this is the reference level, ground level, and that is taken 0 level, 0. Above it, positive. Below it, negative. So here, if a body is thrown downwards, suppose we are standing on the roof of a building and the body is thrown downwards. See, then downward case we can take as negative. Negative. And G is also negative. Both cases you have to take G negative, because whether body is moving upwards, whether body moving downwards, acceleration due to gravity is acting downwards. So you can take G negative. Okay, children, both cases take G negative. Okay, here downward displacement, not distance, children, displacement. Downward displacement negative, and U, body thrown downwards from the roof of a building, a ball is thrown downwards. So U is negative, downwards. So U is taken negative. So U is taken negative. So only to remember this sign convention. Whether it is upward or downwards, G is acceleration due to gravity is taken negative. Upward motions are considered positive and downward motions are taken negative. Okay, only to remember this sign convention. But you know, when you do problems from different books, you may have seen different sign convention, but you use only this one. Then no mistake will be there. Okay, children? So I will discuss one problem. Okay. A stone is dropped from the tower of height 20 meter. Find time taken to reach the ground. Speed just before it hit the ground. Okay. Okay. So here the stone is dropped from the tower. This is the tower. Tower height is given 20 meter, and it is dropped. So what is U, children? Stone is dropped. What is U?
0.
Zero. Then I told you to take acceleration due to gravity as minus G. Then downward
Minus
distance.
G.
Body is moving downwards. So S can be taken
Negative.
S equal to minus 20. So these all things are given in the question. And you are asked to find the time taken to reach the ground. Time is asked. U is there, S is there, A is there. So which formula you will use to find time? Which formula?
V equal to U plus 80.
In that V is not given. So how will you calculate? Time we have to calculate. If U is there, but V is not there, S is only given. Which formula will you use? Which is the equation connecting S, U, A, T? Which is that?
S is equal to UT plus half GT square.
Time. In order to calculate time, you can use that formula. Time. Okay. S equal to UT plus half GT square. Final velocity we can calculate. Speed just before it hit the ground. For that you have to use this. But before that we should know the time. Time can be calculated with this formula. Take G equal to 10. Take G equal to 10. Who is waiting? Aditya. So S equal to, see, just by seeing this you will be able to identify which formula we can use. Time taken. So for S equal to UT plus half AT square, U we know U is 0 into T plus half into G. G minus 10 is taken into T square. Solving that we get minus 20 equal to minus 5 GT 5 T square. T square equal to 20 by both are minus. So 20 by 5 equal to 4. T square equal to 4. Therefore T equal to plus or minus 2. And as it is T, we get plus 2. Time, positive value we take. Plus 2 we take. Time. And with that, we can calculate final velocity. Final velocity equal to V equal to U plus AT, and A is taken minus G minus GT, and minus 10 into T we already know it is 2, So minus 20 is the final velocity. Velocity, the speed just before it hit the ground. See, initially it was 0, velocity increased to 20 meter per second. Downward motion. That's why we got minus 20. Okay? Velocity, when body fall downwards, velocity, children, complete. Body fall downwards, its velocity,
Negative.
increase or decrease, that is my question. Increase or decrease? Velocity?
Increases.
Velocity increases. Negative sign shows that it is a downward motion. Okay. Next question, you guys. I think you understood this question. Is it it, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. A ball is projected vertically upwards from a tower of height 20 meter at a speed of 5 meter per second. Find maximum height reached by the ball, time taken when it passes its mean position, find the speed of the ball just before it hit the ground. So first you have to tell what all values are given. Ball is projected vertically upward. Upward motion you can take positive, downward motion you can take negative. Projected vertically upward from a tower of height. So you can write tower, a height tower you can draw just like this, a tower you can draw, and its height is given 20 meter. As that height of the tower is 20 meter. Then thrown with a velocity, see, projected vertically. So from here, from the top, it is thrown. So in that case, first case, its initial velocity is 5 meter per second. So standing on the tower is having a height 20 meter and it is thrown. Body is thrown vertically upwards. So you have to take u equal to 5 meter per second. Then I told you acceleration due to gravity you can take negative minus 10 meter per second square. So only these two values are given. G we have, so three values we got, u and the height of the building is there. And maximum height reached. Maximum height reached. See, when it is thrown upwards, what at maximum height, what is its velocity, children? Highest point?
0.
So V is equal to 0. That is also given. Even though it is given, you should know that final velocity becomes 0 when a body is thrown upwards. So maximum height is asked. V becomes 0. So height you can calculate v square equal to u square plus 2a. Time is not there. So S formula we cannot take. S equal to ut plus half t square. That we cannot take. S is time is not there. So we use the formula v square equal to u square plus 2as. So you can substitute 5 square plus 2 into a you can take minus 10 into s. So 25 plus 2 into minus 10, that is minus 20 into s. So 20s is taken to left side, v square, v is 0, this side is 0. So 25 equal to 20s, therefore s equal to 25 by 20, 1.25, I think that much meter s we got. So from when we throw a ball with a velocity 5 meter per second upwards, it travel a distance of 1.25 meter only. Then it will come down. Then other question you can see, time when it passes its mean position. This is the mean position. So it moves up and it comes back. Moves up, reaches the highest point, final velocity becomes 0, then it reaches. So when it reaches here, what is its time when, how much time it will take to reach again to this distance? That is asked. So for calculating that, we know a equal to minus g and c, v equal to 0 here, that we know. V equal to 0. So time you can calculate with this formula, v equal to u plus at. U is V equal to U plus 80. That is V0 equal to 5 minus 10 into T. So time is calculated 0.5 seconds. And we know when a body is thrown upward, time of ascent will be equal to time of descent. Time taken to reach the highest point will be same as time taken to reach the same point again when it comes down. So that way also we can tell time of ascent equal to 0.5 second and time of descent equal to 0.5 second. So total time, ascending time 0.5, descending time also 0.5. So total time will be 1 second. Okay. The next part of the question, what's the third part? Find speed of ball just before it hits the ground. How will you calculate speed, children? Speed of ball just before it hits the ground. Final speed. Hello, children, answer. Final speed, how will you calculate? Which formula? Final speed, V square, V square equal to U square plus 2AS, or V equal to U plus AT. Oh, you can use. Here, as S is known to us, we are using that formula. V square equal to U square plus 2AS. U square, 5 square plus 2 into minus 10 into S, this distance. That means tower height, minus 20. So calculating that 5 square, that is 25, plus you get here 400. So 425. Therefore, V equal to square root of 425. That we got the answer. Do you know how to find the square root, children? Forgot that method and all? Lower classes you have studied finding the square root. Do you remember? Tomorrow,
Yes,
you just explain how do you find the square root. Different numbers, some may not remember. Okay, I will give some numbers. That long division method is there now? That one. We have to recollect those memories, okay, to find the square root. This one, children, you try to do. A ball is thrown vertically upwards with a velocity, part by part, you can do that. Ball is thrown out vertically upwards with a velocity 20 meters per second. Right, you write, take your notebook and write. Otherwise, you will not be able to do that. Right, children? Take your notebook and write. Not or rough, you can write. Ball is thrown vertically upwards with a velocity. Which letter will you write? Ball is thrown vertically upward with a velocity. Which letter? U or V? Please tell.
U.
U. Write U equal to 20 meters per second. From the top of a multi-story building, you just draw a rectangle to represent this multi-story building. ഇതുപോലെ വരയ്ക്കുക. Multi-story building. ഇതുപോലെ വരയ്ക്കുക കേട്ടോ. Multi-story building. Height. From the top of a multi-story building, the ball is thrown. ഇതിപ്പോൾ ചെയ്ത അതേപോലത്തെ പ്രോബ്ലം ആണ്. Ball is thrown vertically upwards with a velocity 20 meters per second from the top of a multi-story building. Height of the point from where the ball is thrown is 25 meters. So its height is given, 25 meter height is given. Tower height is given. How high will the ball rise? Same similar question. Okay. How high will the ball rise? U is equal to 20 meters per second. G you have to take minus 10 and S you have to calculate. Finally, final velocity becomes 0. How high? All of you do. How high will the ball rise? That means how much distance it travel before velocity becomes 0. Final velocity is 0. Initial velocity is 20 and G we know minus 10 you can take and find out S in that. Which formula will you use, children? Which formula?
V square is equal to U square plus 2AS.
Yes. Find out, all of you find out. V square equal to U square plus 2AS. Children, do it. V square equal to U square plus 2A is. Take G minus 10. Got?
minus 20.
You got minus?
അല്ല, plus.
Minus ഒക്കെ നെഗറ്റീവ്.
Sign അങ്ങോട്ട് മാറ്റിയപ്പോൾ ഞാൻ കൊണ്ടുപോയതാ.
Okay.
Plus ഇത്.
Actually it is plus, is it?
ആ.
So V square equal to U square plus 2GS. G you have taken minus 10. So when it is taken to the other side, it becomes plus 20 S equal to 400, S equal to 20 meter. Correct answer. All of you got children?
Yes, teacher.
Okay.
Teacher.
Now, how long will it be? Long, upper time on. How long will it be before the ball hits the ground? So, it is not, you see, we are throwing the ball from the top of the building and it reaches to the highest point and then fall to the lowest point. Here. How long time we have to calculate? How long will it be before the ball hit the ground as we got now? So, which formula we can use? Time calculation. Which formula? Time, S we know. Time calculation, this distance we know. Now we calculated how much height it will go. That also we know. Tower height we know. Which formula will use to find the time?
S is equal to ut plus half at square.
Yes, correct, Parvati, correct. S equal to ut plus half at square. That formula we can use. So u equal to 20, right, children? You have to calculate time. U equal to 20 meter per second. S minus downward distance. So S is taken minus 25. G always we take negative minus 10. So use the formula S equal to ut plus half at square and find the time. Okay, you calculate time. Minus 25 equal to 20t plus half into minus 10 into t square. Minus 25 equal to 20t minus 5t square. Simplifying this, dividing by 5, we get minus 5 equal to 4t minus t square. Do you know how to solve this equation, quadratic equation? Children?
Yes, teacher.
Solve it.
Teacher, but the ball is falling from, what do you say, 45 meters, right? Like you initially throw it 20 meters up.
See,
Then
when
it's
you
falling from all the way up there down to the bottom of the building, right?
See, children, when you consider that motion, what is the initial velocity? Total distance if you take, what is the initial velocity?
0.
Yeah, that you have to take. Then answer will be correct. Okay. But when we consider from here itself, you have to take the same value. This height only to consider. Clear?
Okay, teacher.
Otherwise, when you consider from topmost point, total distance, if you are considering initial velocity, you have to take 0. Okay. Then answer will be correct. U you have to take 0. S you have to take minus 45, 25 plus 20 minus 25 you have to take. Okay. Or all, that is what I told. See, if you are taking, see, you can sign convention. I taught you one way. The other way also you can consider. That means all the distances downward you can take positive. For example, U, so U is equal to, I am not telling because that may make confusion in you. That's why I am not telling. But if you want, I will explain that. That suppose you can take all the downward motion positive. I think that will make, that will confuse you. That's why I am not telling you. may make confusions. See, all the downward motion you can take positive, all positive, that G positive, U dropped, so U is 0, then S positive you can take, all positive you can take. Understand? Downward motion from here, topmost point. Here it traveled 20 meter upwards. 20 meter upward it traveled. So from there you consider its motion all downward. അല്ലെങ്കിൽ all downward negative എടുക്കണം. G negative, S negative, everything negative you take. Or you can take all positive, G positive, S positive. Like that also you can consider sign convention. How you are taking, that's very important. മനസ്സിലായോ? മനസ്സിലാക്കാൻ ബുദ്ധിമുട്ടുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ ഇതുപോലെ തന്നെ പഠിച്ചാൽ മതി കേട്ടോ. ജി എപ്പോഴും നെഗറ്റീവ് എടുക്കുക. You can decide. Okay?
Teacher.
അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഇതുപോലെ പഠിച്ചാൽ ഒരു പ്രശ്നവും വരില്ല. അതല്ലെങ്കിൽ പിന്നെ എല്ലാം പഠിച്ചു വെക്കണം, കൺവെൻഷൻ എല്ലാം പഠിച്ചു വെക്കണം. ഇപ്പം നമ്മൾ എല്ലാം താഴ്ത്തിക്കുള്ളതെല്ലാം നെഗറ്റീവ് എടുക്കുക. അപ്പം ജി നെഗറ്റീവ് എടുക്കുക. ഡിസ്പ്ലേസ്മെൻറ്റ് നമ്മളിപ്പോൾ -45 നിർത്താൽ മതി, കുഴപ്പമില്ല. 25 + 20 അതായത് -45 നിർത്താൽ മതി. ജി നെഗറ്റീവ് എടുക്കുക. അങ്ങനെ ഉണ്ട് കേട്ടോ. രണ്ട് മെത്തേഡ് ചെയ്യാം. നിങ്ങളുടെ ടെക്സ്റ്റ് ബുക്ക്, യു ക്യാൻ റെഫർ യുവർ ടെക്സ്റ്റ് ബുക്ക്. They have done in a different manner, but answer is correct. Answer is correct. Answer will not change if you. But the only thing that sign convention would be correct. Otherwise, answer will be wrong. You can refer text in that it is done in a different way. But answer you will get 5 seconds. They have done different way in textbook. How you know? They calculated this time taken to reach the highest point they calculated. Then from there they calculated. So time taken to reach highest point they calculated 2 seconds. From that topmost 20 meter, after traveling 20 meter, from there it took 3 seconds. So total second 2 seconds plus 3 seconds, 5 seconds they have written. The different ways you can do a problem, but answer should be correct. So here by solving they got directly 5 seconds. So which is the other way of doing, children? Other way of doing upward motion you consider first. Consider upward motion first, as we have done here. 20 meter we got. How much time it took? You just calculate the time, children. V equal to U plus AT. That formula. You find out the time taken to reach the highest point. അതിപ്പോൾ ചെയ്ത് കഴിഞ്ഞില്ലേ? T equal to 5 എന്ന് കിട്ടിയോ? Did you get, children? T equal to 5 seconds?
Yes, teacher.
You just calculate the other method also. You calculate because textbook they have done both the methods. So you will be aware of that method. See how much time it takes to reach the highest point. What is the at highest point? What is velocity?
0.
0. What is initial velocity?
20 meter per second.
20. Which formula we can use? Time.
V is equal to U plus AT.
You just find time taken to reach the highest point.
2 seconds.
2 seconds, correct. Then you calculate the time taken to reach the lowest point. From the highest point, it is falling. So total distance is 25 plus 20. Downward distance you take negative. That convention we have taken. Okay. So minus, what is S here? Minus
45.
Minus 45. Okay. What is U? Dropped. Highest point it is just free fall.
0.
U0. U0. G?
Negative 10.
Negative 10. Calculate that time also you calculate. That time also calculate. Then 2 seconds we already got. Either you are getting 3 seconds. Then total time will be 2 seconds plus 3 seconds. 5 seconds. That also calculate, children. What is the time taken to reach the lowest ground level from this topmost point, 20 meter above the tower. Total distance become 45 minus you take, children. Don't take plus. Are you getting 3 seconds?
Yes, teacher.
Very good. So that way also you can do. So when you refer textbook, Otherwise, you will not be knowing how you got answer like this. Okay. Both method you can use. Okay. This problem also you do, children. Stone is dropped from a tower of height 20 meter. Find time taken to reach the ground. Speed just before it hit the ground. You do this problem. Do it. Dropped on. Stone is dropped. So U is 0. Height of the tower 20 meter. Time, which formula?
S is equal to UT plus half AT.
Distance is given. Distance is given. Drop from the top of a distance. S is given.
S is equal to UT plus half AT square.
Okay. S is given. Okay. You can use that. S equal to UT plus half AT square. A take minus G. Minus 9.8. അല്ലെങ്കിൽ 10 എടുക്കാം. Okay. 10. We can take 10. Time taken to reach the ground. We can calculate using this formula. What time? Just calculate and tell.
4.
4. We are getting
2.
T square is 4. Okay. T equal to 2 seconds. Speed just before it hit the ground. How will you calculate? Dropped. It is dropped. So U equal to 0. And final velocity, that is speed. Speed just before it hit the ground. Initial velocity 0. Final velocity V. Which formula? T already got.
U plus AT.
Both formula we can use. S equal to V square equal to U square plus 2S. That you can use. Or you can use which one?
U square is equal to U square plus 2x.
That you can use. Or V equal to U plus 8. You can use any formula. Tell answer. Tell the answer, children. All of you have to do, children.
Minus 20.
S equal to S is given.
Negative 20.
Speed you have to tell. Speed you got? Negative 20.
20.
Okay, let me check. Correct answer. Negative 20. Speed. Negative means it is downwards. That's why negative. Okay, correct answer. So this is the way to do the problems based on this question. Then one question. This is not an accelerated motion uniform velocity problem. A car travels. A straight line with a speed of 40 km per hour from A to B and returns back from B to A with a speed of 60 km per hour. Find the average speed of the car and its average velocity. This is not an accelerated motion. This is a question of uniform velocity question. So, first you can mark 2 points A and B. A car travels along a straight line with a speed 40 km per hour. So, first A to B, it travels with a speed 40 km per hour. X distance, you can mark A to B. Suppose it is X distance is not given. You can take X distance. Velocity 40 km per hour. Then, back from B to A with a speed 60 km per hour. It come back with a speed 60 km per hour. Distance will be same that we know. So, total distance will be 2x. And you are asked to find average speed of the car. Average speed formula, do you know? Average speed. Children, average speed formula. Average speed formula. Nobody knows. Average speed. Dhanush, what is average speed formula, Dhanush? Average speed formula, Dhanush. Danish tell. Average speed formula. Danish. Okay, speed formula tell. Speed. What is speed? Speed when body moves with uniform velocity. Speed.
Meter per second.
Speed formula.
Distance by time.
by time.
When there is no acceleration, we can use that formula. Speed equal to distance by time.
Average speed
Ah.
displacement by time.
Well, velocity is displacement by time. Speed is
Distance by time.
distance by
Distance by
time. Velocity displacement by time. Speed is distance by time. And average speed means total
Path taken.
path length. Total path length by total time taken. Find the average speed of the car and its average velocity. Both you have to calculate. So you should know the formula for average speed. Average speed is total path length. What is the total path length? A to B x, B to A x. What is the total path length?
40 km.
2x.
2x is the total path length. By time taken. Time taken, how will you calculate? Distance is here, velocity is here. How will you calculate time? Distance is x, velocity is 40.
Displacement by time.
Time is equal to distance by velocity. So A to B, what is the time taken? X by
X by t is equal to
x by 40. X by 40 time taken. When coming back, what is the time taken?
x.
X by 60. So that you have to write here. Total distance by total time. X plus x total distance, total time, x by 40 plus x by 60. So you just do the calculation taking the LCM. 120 is taken as the LCM. Here 3 times, so 3x plus here 2 times, so 2x. So 2x by 5x and 120 come to the numerator and we get the answer. X and x cancel, we get 240 by 5. So average speed we get as 48 km per hour. But what is average velocity when he come back? What is the displacement, children? Go from A go to B and then come back to A again. What is the displacement?
0.
0. So average velocity is 0. Average speed is 48 km per hour, but average velocity is 0. That is the question. So this is the case of average velocity, and average speed is there, but average velocity is 0.